Welcome to the Sam-A-Lot Comics Superhero Hour. Every week we follow the latest and greatest exploits of the heroes of the Sam-A-Lot Comics universe, including Uninjacorn, Axolotl, Deadbolt, and the Trailblazer. This week's episode features the one and only Wiseguy, and it's going to be a doozy. This is the Sam-A-Lot Comics Superhero Hour, presenting to you Wiseguy versus the Phobos. It's a peaceful day in Crossover City. The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, and there's only a moderate amount of clouds in the sky. We find our hero, Wiseguy, in his civilian disguise as everyday costume designer Samson Protag. He is a thin man in his 20s, wearing a cerulean t-shirt, jeans, and a purple jacket. Samson is sitting down to lunch on the terrace of his favorite pizza restaurant, Continental Crust. As he orders his usual lemonade, Samson seems to be waiting for somebody. After a few moments, he's approached by a woman with dark hair, pale skin, and high-waisted pants. But just who could this mystery woman be? Perhaps an old friend? Bellatrix laugh. So good to see you. Have you been, Belly?
The pleasure's all mine, Samson, and I've been good. Living large and loving life, as they say in the Big Apple.
Do they say that?
Well, I do anyway.
The pair of old pals pleasantly converse over a thin crust pizza pie. Soon the conversation turns to careers. So just how is being a stand-up comic in the meanest city in the world?
Oh, you know, it provides lots of material. Are you still a tailor to the stars? Who was your biggest client last time we talked? Metal Man?
Huh. God, I wish. The closest I've ever gotten to Metal Man was meeting his sidekick once, the Alloy Ally. And I am still designing costumes. In fact, that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about while you were in town.
Oh? Well, you know, the only stitches I deal with are the ones I leave my crowds in.
No. You see, Samson leans in close to Belly over the table. Making costumes for superheroes just isn't doing it for me anymore. Sure, I still do it to put food on the table, but now my main goal is fighting crime myself.
You've got to be kidding me. You fighting bad guys?
Hey, keep it down.
You don't even have any powers. What do? Hem them to death? Take measurements for their handcuffs?
No, I met this amazing inventor, Ace. He can turn into pure electricity, so he really gets tech. He's made me a couple great gadgets, like a boxing glove grappling hook I call
All right, get to the point. What does any of this have to do with me?
Well, I may not have any powers, but I sure know that you do. Belly glares at Samson, trying to determine if he's bluffing or not.
Oh yeah? What kind of powers?
Oh, I've heard the rumors about you falling into that rubber vat. I know you can shapeshift better than a ball of super putty.
I think you've been reading too many comic books, Protag.
Oh yeah? Samson grabs the remaining 3/4 of their pizza and whips it like a frisbee straight into oncoming traffic. Quicker than you can blink, Belly stretches her right arm a distance of over 15 feet, then retracts it like an overstretched slinky. Samson looks at her with a smug grin, which Belly meets with a glare.
You jerk! You know that I can't let Continental Crust go to waste.
I don't know. It sure seemed super to me the way that you used your powers to save that pie. Listen, I know that I'm new to this, but I've got some great connections. I'm trying to get a team going, and I think that we could really make a difference in this town.
I don't know. Self-sacrifice isn't really my thing.
Oh, come on. Your body's like ballistic gel.
Excuse you.
You know what I mean. You're not gonna get hurt out there any more than a chew toy would with a newborn puppy. All I'm saying is that you could do a lot of good here, and you could be saving something a lot more important than a pizza. Suddenly, their heated discussion is cut short by an explosion a few blocks away, followed by far-off screams and cars crashing. Whoa, speak of the devil.
The timing on that couldn't be better.
Don't look at me like that. I would never destroy property to prove a point. Plus, I still had like 3 pages of arguments to go through.
It's just convenient. That's all I'm saying.
Samson digs through the left inner pocket of his jacket and pulls out a communicator device. He turns it to channel 4 and tries his luck. Hello. There's just been an explosion a few blocks south of Continental Crust. Is anyone else in the neighborhood? He waits for a moment, but there's no response. Axolotl?
Negative. I'm fighting the boa constructor at his new destruction site. Hi-ya!
Uninjacorn?
Sorry, dude. I'm saving the blood bank from some mosquito-themed fencer named Blood Rush. On guard. No, on your guard. Guard.
Samson looks up at Belly from his communicator. Well, guess those people are doomed.
What? What do you mean? Aren't you gonna help them?
I'd love to, but I'm pretty fragile as far as heroes go. Whatever caused this explosion would do me in real quick.
But what about those people? We have to save them.
Well, I guess if I had some backup. Maybe somebody comedy themed. Perhaps.
Ugh, fine. I'll help you fight whatever's over there. But I'm gonna need a disguise.
Oh, perfect. I just happen to have a whole outfit and everything. Okay, let's go.
We're gonna discuss that later.
A few moments later, Samson and Belly arrive at the scene of the crime, the first bank of Crossover City. Samson, now Wiseguy, is dressed relatively the same, but is now wearing purple triangular sunglasses and a shirt with a WG on it. Belly is wearing white clown makeup, polka dot pants held up by colorful suspenders, and a long sleeve shirt with a Greek comedy mask insignia.
Okay, so, do we just go in there, or what's Sam?
It's Wiseguy now. Can't go calling me by my normal name.
Normal is a stretch, but okay.
Wiseguy rolls his eyes.
Oh, wait, what's my name? Well, what's my hero name? I can't just go in there and use my name. People know me now.
Ooh, how about, Captain Slapstick?
Ooh, that's actually not that bad.
All right then, Slapstick. Let's do this. Wiseguy and Slapstick enter the building, only to be greeted by a scene of absolute chaos. Walls are crumbling, large bills are flying everywhere, and three sleek-looking robotic figures named Socket, Torque, and Chick Magnet stand in the middle of the bank, facing the hole where the vault entrance used to be. As Wiseguy and Slapstick enter the ruins of the bank, a fourth figure, called Spitroast, emerges from the vault with several trays of money. He looks like a metallic skeleton, with a flannel vest, a large monocle, and several valves sprouting from his head in a pattern that resembles a short mohawk.
Right then, this is the last of the load, innit?
Oh, this is the last of it for you, all right. Spitroast looks up from his money and spots Wiseguy and Slapstick. He's shocked, and he yells towards his crew.
Just thought we'd let the do-gooders sneak up on us, did we?
Chick Magnet, a figure with long blonde hair, a full suit of magnet-colored armor, and a shield on her right arm, turns to see the heroes. She yells back over her shoulder.
Well, obviously we didn't see them.
Right then, Phobots, attack!
On his word, the three Phobots closest to the heroes leap into action. Chick Magnet throws a shield at Wiseguy, which he narrowly dodges. Ha! Nice aim, helmet head. Chick Magnet extends her arm and summons the shield back to her with an incredible magnetic pull. It hits Wiseguy in the back of the head, knocking him to the floor.
Ugh, fine, it was nice aim.
Meanwhile, a large rectangular robot with a socket for a head, aptly named Socket, slowly lumbers towards Slapstick. His companion Torque, a mostly human-looking villain with a pink unitard and robotic joints where her elbows and knees should be, begins to pirouette towards Slapstick as well.
Oh, what are you gonna do, plie me to death?
Oh, I'm just limbering up.
Torque spins faster and faster until she becomes a one-woman tornado. She zooms towards Slapstick, who leaps over her, only to be lunged at by Socket. The massive rectangular robot tries to electrocute her with his plug-like hands, but she condenses her body into a spring and bounces out of his grasp. As Slapstick evades Socket and Torque, Wiseguy dusts himself off and pulls several W-shaped boomerangs out of his inner jacket pocket.
I feel like you're not getting the fact that my whole thing is magnetism.
With a flick of her wrist, Chick Magnet steals the boomerangs from Wiseguy's grasp. They stick to her shield. No, my comebacks! Ugh, fine, then I'll use... Wiseguy pulls out a silver and purple bow staff from his pocket.
Nope. Also metal.
The bow staff flies out of Wiseguy's grasp and into Chick Magnet's. She tosses it aside. Well, just as soon as Wiseguy pulls a large boxing glove grappling hook hybrid from his jacket pocket, it is pulled away from him. My punchline! Okay, how about...
Dude, how big are your pockets?
It's a pocket dimension I hemmed into my jacket. It can hold anything.
And I'm still living with inch-deep pockets like a fool.
Socket looms over Slapstick and shocks her while she's distracted.
Finally got them, I did. Slippery thing she is.
Then I'll finish her off.
Torque slams into Slapstick, intending to beat her to a pulp at rapid speed. Instead, she very quickly learns that Slapstick's body doesn't work like most people's.
Huh?
Slapstick's rubbery body wraps around Torque like taffy in a pulling machine.
Get off of me!
Slapstick strains for a second, then does exactly that.
You asked for it.
Slapstick snaps back into shape and spins Torque in the opposite direction, like a hand-spun toy top. Torque pinballs off of surface after surface, like a ball in an arcade machine, until finally...
Oi, watch it!
Torque slams into Socket, who tries to brace her impact with his plug hands. When he grabs her metallic body, it completes the circuit, creating an electric explosion that sends them both rocketing through opposite walls of the bank.
Oh man, I did not sign up for this.
Chick Magnet reaches towards Spitroast and activates her magnetic pull. Spitroast digs his heels into the floor in an effort to resist.
Just what are you doing?
Making my exit.
Spitroast slips and is pulled towards Chick Magnet, who redirects him, sending him hurtling at our pair of heroes.
You bloody traitor, get back here!
As she flees through a hole in the wall, Chick Magnet turns to Wiseguy and Slapstick.
The great mind sends his regards.
Chick Magnet stands on a garbage lid, then activates a reverse polarity beam on the lid, sending herself blasting off into the horizon.
No! We let her get away!
Don't be so hard on yourself. 3 out of 4 still isn't bad. Spitroast gets off of the ground and cracks his mechanical knuckles.
I wouldn't count me out so soon.
Alright, what's your special little trick?
Well, the voiceover guy called him Spitroast, so I'd imagine that he can breathe. As Wiseguy comes to his realization, Spitroast opens his metal maw, revealing a large flamethrower nozzle. Oh no. Spitroast puffs out his chest, and the first of 5 valves from his head produces what appears to be a test flame. Then the second. Oh no. Slap, can you do a slingshot?
Okay, to be clear, it's still Captain.
The third test flame lights. He's going to cook us alive! Do the slingshot!
Okay, fine!
Slapstick grabs a nearby desk, stretching her arm into a large rubber band. The fourth of 5 test flames lights. Wiseguy pulls the remaining half of their pizza out of his jacket and rolls it tightly.
No! You can't!
Sometimes you gotta make sacrifices in this line of work. Slapstick looks away.
Do what you must.
As the 5th test flame lights, Wiseguy pulls the rolled up pizza until Slapstick's arm slingshot is taut. He lets it go, firing it through the air at Mach speed at Spitroast. Just as Spitroast begins to unleash a massive flame, the pizza roll lodges itself in his metal mouth, stopping the blaze. Spitroast clutches at his throat in surprise. Breathing may not be an issue, but he cannot produce the flame with his robotic airway blocked. Seizing the moment, Wiseguy launches himself at Spitroast via the arm slingshot. He tackles him, then throws Spitroast at the slingshot. Captain Slapstick, now! Spitroast collapses into the sling. Slapstick tenses her arm in a kind of reverse flex and launches Spitroast into the air. He collides headfirst into the ceiling, burying him shoulder deep into the next floor of the bank. He flails his legs wildly, but cannot escape the entrapment.
Ooh. So, what now?
Well, you've got 2 options. You could just go back to New York and continue your life as a big comedian, and I wouldn't blame you. Or you could do all that and take this interdimensional key that instantly transports you to my shop so we can hang out and fight crime in your off time. It's up to you.
Well, I more so meant what do we do with these evil robots and this collapsing bank?
Oh, don't worry about that. Somebody will come by to take them away. And the buildings are self-healing here. As the heroes speak, the crumbling walls around them begin to regrow, like a tree repairing peeled off bark.
Oh, cool. And you know what? I just might take you up on that offer. But you've gotta buy me another pizza to make up for the one we torched.
You got yourself a deal, laugh. And so ends another action-packed day in Crossover City. Slapstick went back to New York, interdimensional key in hand. Wiseguy retired to his apartment after a full day of recruiting allies and rebooting robots. The defeated Phobos were taken to robot jail, though Chick Magnet is still at large. When will we see her next? Just who is the great mind that she mentioned? And whatever will become of our charming heroes? Find out all this and more in next week's episode of the Sam-A-Lot Comics Superhero Hour!